All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Johnson. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Mahomes now to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
First down. First and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Watch that. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll run it with Johnson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. Deuce.
Running from the gun, Johnson. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Yellow. Let's go, blue, ladies. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Yellow. 52, Mike. Buzz. I got one. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd down 6 at the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's see what you got.
Johnson running right. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Hey, 43. Mike 52. Mike 52. Not here. 52's the Mike. Haywood.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Completes it to Samuel. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ty Johnson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Ready? Mike forward. Mike forward. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 80 weapons. Go.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Check 99. Check 99. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
30 base. Double dog. That's the way. Check one. General West. Get it.
On 2nd down, Cook. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
X3, 218, Johnson. Safety green. Check.
On third down, Herbert. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
4 down. Check. Watch two. Check, 52.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Ja'Kai Polite in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Watch your slant.
From the gun on 3rd down, Herbert. And this is Cook with the grab. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A gain of 4.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Here we go. Check it back. Check it back. Kill. Hey, turn. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
It's a gain of 20. And the Raiders first down.
This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Cook. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Herbert. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Looking to throw. Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check. Lucky. No. Clear.
2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 10 yards out as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Hey, Ripley. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? Exit. Got to do better.
Mahomes now on first down. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
You don't want it. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Come on. You better bring it.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check. 6-6. Pull it high.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. First possession of the third quarter, interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Yellow. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike, yellow. Yellow. Smoke.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. for the touchdown, Kansas City. Curtis Samuel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Antonio Callaway. Let it win. Let it go. First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
I'm going to hit you with ball.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a run with Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
61, Matchbox White. Now.
On 2nd down, Carrington. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 5 at the 39-yard line.
Yellow. Go on, 82 right here. 52. That's the pass.
They go to Johnson again. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there.
My 52. Pick me up. Here we go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 37.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's make these babies crawl.
Now Johnson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 14. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Butker's kick here is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Check. Fresno. Slam. 5.
To throw again. Herbert. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On first down, Johnson. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you. 50 seconds.
There's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Johnson. Room here to run. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close it.